So, I got introduced to Transformers in '07 with the Bayverse. Even though the movie was pivotal for me, the toy line is what really set me on the path that I'm on today. I loved that 2007 toy line. And at age 5, those toys were very accessible to me because they were hot off the heels of classics and still had somewhat of a blocky nature to them.
Oh, if only you knew what you were getting into, little Treebot.
So the first movie line made Hasbro a lot of money. Like, a lot. So naturally, they had more money to throw into the sequel toy line. And they threw a lot into it. Believe me. Preview Bumblebee was my first toy of the line, and honestly not much had changed except for the new head, the new chest, and the arm cannon that they gave him. And I was fine with that because even though he looked like the new movie, engineering-wise he was just like the last figure.
Wish I could say the same about the rest of the line.
3 of the 4 remaining Autobots from the first film got their old molds refreshed. But the new guys? Oh boy, we were in for some crazy shit. In terms of aesthetics, designs, and of course, engineering. Yep, today I'm kicking off a mini-series of reviews dedicated to the absolute craziness and randomness that Revenge of the Fallen threw at us that year, starting with Voyager class Mixmaster. We start in vehicle mode, and this is absolutely the signature of the Bayverse line. In absolute quality truck mode. It doesn't say it, but come on, it's a Mack truck. It's a Mack truck. And of course, the Mack truck, you gotta have the iconic Bulldog. What the hell is that? Seriously, how could they not put this in? You're telling me that the Studio Series, that has a slash budget, can have a hood ornament on their Mixmaster, but this, which is from a toy line with a giant budget, can't? What the f***? Anyway, this is a great looking cement truck. Honestly, this is what the Bayverse is known for. However, you're not going to get any G1 colors just yet.
That, of course, would come later, but only at Toys R Us as an exclusive in a 2-pack with a repaint of Long Arm as Hoist. I'm going to have to talk about those 2-packs sooner or later because they're actually really cool and I don't hear a lot of people talk about them.
As we take a look at his drum back here, I wonder whose side he's on. Come on, take a guess. Yeah, I know we make fun of big insignias, but I really like this. The only thing I wish is that the drum could spin so you could see it go around like it does in the movie. Now, I'm going to do features raw because with him being a movie toy, he kind of has detailing as one of his features, and he is really detailed. As you see, he's got a really good brush guard on the front. He's got the parking lights up top there, nicely detailed. Purple headlights, which is really cool. He's got those molded in tanks, and they're really pronounced with the detail. You can even see the grips on the steps there. That's really cool. And then you've also got painted in, they don't really do this anymore, and I hate it, painted in and pinned in wheels, which is great. And then, of course, we talked about the drum with the Decepticon logos on both sides. And then you get to the back here, more detailing, more and more detailing on the back. And then you've got a ladder and the hopper for the cement, as well as the slide for the cement to come down into your molds for your concrete. So that's really cool. And then, of course, he's got taillights, but they aren't painted in. But, oh well, he's got good paint where it counts. So, yeah, he's really well detailed. Other than that, all I can say is he rolls pretty good. So, yeah, I like the truck mode. Not too bad of a Voyager vehicle, but again, like I said in my Hot Shot video, I wish he was a little bit bigger. In comparison to the Leader Class Optimus that came out the same year, he honestly should be a little bit bigger. Case could be made for plenty of the Constructicons in this line, honestly. Except for this bastard. He's so bad, and I ain't paying for a Leader Class of that shitbag. But anyways, let's transform him. Okay, so the transformation on this guy is really where this toy's randomness starts. It's just ridiculous and needlessly complex, like, holy hell. This is the toy that many people have considered to be literal plastic origami. And that's not an exaggeration when you see how the arms fold into the drum. I mean, look at that. And it's the same with the legs. They just wad up underneath the cab. I mean, you just can't make this up. However, I am a pretty big fan of how the arms do fold out, even though they just kind of scrunch in there. I do like how they work, at least. That is kind of cool. Yet the irony to this is the cab does nothing. Seriously, all you do is maneuver it around on this cord of hinges and then just plug it up his ass. That's all you do. Why? But anyway, look at this robot mode. This is where the randomness really picks up because, good lord, this is so weird. He's got arms longer than the Fallen, weird-ass hands, and I guess tendons on his legs. Like, what the hell is this? Is this Beast Machines? Anyway, here's the thing. Despite all the random choices, I still really like this guy. Yeah, despite what I've been calling randomness, I do like how unique the robot mode is, especially the head. Why? Because it looks the most neutral, unlike most of the Decepticon heads. The reasoning is a lot of these guys were built and cloned by Starscream and the Fallen according to the bios and lore, so they were meant to be intimidating and scary. But Mixmaster's pretty light. He's not as evil looking as a lot of his Constructicon brethren. He's even got blue light piping. Like, I really enjoy when they don't just give Decepticons red eyes. Another thing I'm a really big fan of is how stacked up all of his tanks, smokestacks, and exhaust are by his head. Really enforces that he's cooking something up in his tank to throw at the Autobots.
Let's be honest, it's probably meth. Yeah, it's probably meth.
So yeah, I do like this weird but unique robot mode. And that shouldn't be surprising because usually the Revenge of the Fallen Decepticons mostly impress me.
So where exactly does this toy hit its maximum randomness?
Hey, remember that time Mixmaster ate shit and turned into a turret? No. Well, that's what this looks like. Like, come on, this looks nothing like he does in the film. He's just bent over in the film. Here he transforms and it looks dumb as hell. And I know this isn't right, but who the hell cares? I mean, not that I have them, but the instructions aren't any help to get to this mode either. It's better to just extend the turret a little bit and just lay him down in his robot mode. Or better yet, just don't use the turret at all. That'd be a smart move.
David, robot mode, I'm tired of looking at this thing.
So, believe it or not, the articulation is where this thing absolutely shines. So, the head is on a awkward ball joint, so what you have to do, instead of having him sit here where he's supposed to, you can actually take his neck and extend it out, and in some kind of Close Encounters of the Third Kind type head, you can get him to look left and right, up and kind of down, but the best way to do it is probably have him out here and just kind of turn it like that, you know. But yeah, his head's not too bad. You can move these around as you please. Mostly just want to keep him in this area, or you could just bend him down for some kind of firing action, or hell, his meth cannons. And then you've got universal hinge joints all down the arm. I think that's a mushroom peg there. Yeah, it is. We got a mushroom peg here, a hinge joint there, a hinge joint there, another hinge joint, another hinge joint, and another hinge joint. And then his wrist is also on a hinge joint, and then you can spread the fingers out like so. So that is really, really good. The legs are also on universal hips. You've got an outward movement there and a swivel there. So that's also really good. And then his ankle can go forward and back, and then his toe can go forward. So that is a very, very good range of articulation for this guy. I am very pleased with how good Mixmaster can pose. So to conclude, the robot mode and truck mode is cool, but this really is a weird toy. His proportions, absurd transformation, and this damn cannon mode are all random choices to throw into this. Hence why I picked him to start this off. A random toy to be sure, but he's still competent enough to be a good figure. I guess they just got a little drunk on money when making this toy. Now, as I said, this is only the first episode of this series that I'm going to be doing on random ass quirks in the Revenge line. For the next part, you'll have to stick around. And it only gets weirder because next time we talk about 3 toys that have some unfinished business with Hasbro. And I do mean unfinished. But anyways, guys, I've been Treebot Reviews, and I will see you in the next video. Keep growing your collections.